Good evening. This is Dante Steele with your top stories tonight. Let's begin. Israel approved the entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza after pressure from President Biden during his visit to Israel. Biden met with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu in Tel Aviv and urged Israel to show restraint. He also commended Egypt for agreeing to allow 20 trucks with aid to enter Gaza through the Rafah crossing. Biden took questions after returning from Israel and addressed the humanitarian situation in Gaza. He announced $100 million in U.S. aid for Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank. Protests erupted on Capitol Hill calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, with some arrests being made. The response to the ongoing and continued Gaza crisis event has been divided, with some calling the events a humanitarian disaster, while others are calling for full-out war. Time will tell what comes of this event. We pray for peace. The Prime Minister of Japan spoke with Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince over the phone to discuss the happenings in Gaza. He discussed the conflict between Israel and Hamas in Gaza and agreed to cooperate to de-escalate tensions. Japan will provide $10 million in aid for Gaza civilians. The Crown Prince agreed to work with Japan on strengthening aid and calming the situation. Japan's Prime Minister also spoke to the leaders of Jordan, Qatar, and the UAE to seek similar cooperation. Finishing up our top stories tonight, reports are coming in from the Pentagon. U.S. forces intercepted multiple drone attacks aimed at American troops stationed in Iraq. According to Central Command, 2 drones were shot down early in the morning as they headed toward U.S. and coalition forces at 2 Iraqi air bases. No injuries were reported from the attempted attacks. While officials did not state who launched the drones or how they were intercepted, multiple reports credit an Iranian-backed militia in Iraq for the attacks. Currently, around 2,500 U.S. troops are stationed in Iraq and another 900 in Syria. U.S. officials have expressed concerns about rising regional tensions following the Israel-Hamas conflict. In response, the Pentagon has put troops on alert, sent rapid response teams to the Middle East, and moved carrier groups to the region. This concludes your top stories tonight. Tomorrow is a new day, with the chance for peace and an end to the endless wars we find ourselves in. Good night.